Hello everyone, welcome back. And today I'm going to be following this best out of 3 that is taken from the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship that is currently being held in Hanover, Germany. And boy, I'm impressed with their organization. They're so efficient that the replay files from the matches played this morning are already all available, and I was just able to grab hold of them and gonna shoutcast some matches, especially because I didn't watch anything on the live stream. Still haven't watched any matches live, and I would like to take a look at several of the series, so I guess I'm just gonna start with this one and share it with all of you. I'm gonna watch it with all of you and make some VODs to upload to YouTube. And well, this being a best out of 3, this is game 1 in Lost Temple, and a matchup, a face-off between this Protoss player, STARTALE Ace, Korean pro gamer, as you guys know. He played on the GSL on Code Day in January, and also played on the GSL, the Team League, the GSTL, in February, representing his team. And he's going to be facing here against this Red Zerg, EGIdrA, Greg Fields, Gregosaurus Rex, Michael Gregston, and Greg Norris, all of them condensed in one single person. How awesome is that? And yeah, he is a solid Zerg player, loves his macro game. And as you guys know, he lived in Korea for about 3 years, and now he's heading back into his home, back to the US, and probably going to continue his pro gamer career there. He's quite a solid Zerg player, like I mentioned, member of Team Evil Geniuses, and I'm pretty sure he's going to start showing up on the tournament scene in North America, and with a bit of luck in Europe as well. I can picture him playing easily on the NASL, the big event that is going to start in April, and obviously the MLG and all the other events, with a bit of luck also in Europe. Now following the match and see what the players are doing. As you could see, this probe went into Greg Fields, into EGIdRA's main base, took a peek at that spawning pool and gas, so he knows that EGIdRA is playing safe and gonna go spawning pool first, making sure he will have some way of defending himself in case his opponent goes for really early aggression. Also keep in mind that STARTALE Ace is just being annoying there, trying to avoid EGIdRA from establishing his hatchery, but he actually didn't even have enough minerals, and he went for a forge first into fast expand, so really impressive build, kinda risky, but he is considering his options based on the fact that they have cross spawning positions, so rush distance a bit longer than usual. And he knows, he's been keeping tabs on the movements from EGIdRA, knows that he still haven't much of an army, so he's just trying to establish both of his base play as fast as possible, while EGIdRA finally is able to shove off that probe with a couple of Zerglings at that drone and gets his hatchery down. Something that you don't see that often is a Protoss player establishing his natural expo faster than the Zerg player, but I guess we just witnessed that. And now we have EGIdRA taking a peek at the base from STARTALE Ace. There's not much going on the main base. He basically built all of his buildings on that natural expo, and now finally the probe is getting shoved away, pulled back. There's another one roaming here, so we have 2 Zerglings for each probe trying to kill as much as possible, and the drone from EGIdRA finally got out, so instead of getting walled off, because that was the plan from STARTALE Ace, he's just building a big wall, a big sturdy wall in front of his natural expo to get a very powerful 2-base play ongoing, and Cybercore going down and walling off, shutting down the access by ground to the natural expo and main base from STARTALE Ace. Only a single static defense for now, which seems fine. I mean, EGIdRA doesn't have much of an army as well. As you can see, 4 Zerglings and that's it. And both of the players are quite committed to their macro gaming. I am a bit fearful of Protoss 2-base play. It's quite powerful, so I guess that EGIdRA will be having to do something about that. And for now, as you can see, he just finished his wall off from Forge into Fast Expand, so for Gateway into Cybernetics Core, and now getting a Stargate. Whoa! Quick Stargate going on here. I think you're gonna have plenty of airplay ensuing. I wonder if it's gonna be Void Rays or Phoenixes. But meanwhile, here on EGIdRA's side, he's trying to improve his econ game. He's leading just by a little bit. The harvester count is fairly similar. The econ game also quite identical. And for now, EGIdRA going straight into the lair tech, so I think he's planning ahead. Not sure if he's gonna try any kind of Mutalisk harass, or if he's gonna go a different way. For example, Hydralisks are quite effective against gateway units, and they have a very good DPS. I still haven't seen any Roach Warren. He's just on Zerglings for now, and even getting a 3rd base. Whoa, so quick. Look at the time. Not even 7 minutes and he's already trying to work out of 3 bases. I'm hoping he's not getting too greedy, because he's committing himself to a huge macro play. while his opponent is already pumping some Void Rays out. There's not much on the defense on EGIdRA's side, but he is aware of what's going on. As you can see with this Overlord, he has visibility for that starport and all the buildings on the wall, so he knows what's happening and he needs to react accordingly. Let's see what he's building on his main base. For now, getting an Evo chamber to get some upgrades and starting the Hydralisk Den. Good option against those flying units. Void Rays are quite fragile, by the way, so I guess he might be just considering his options to face the air army that STARTALE Ace might be preparing. Getting now Phoenixes out and a second Stargate getting built on the main base, so double gate, and now getting a lot of gateways. Interesting opening and interesting build here by STARTALE Ace. Let me take a look at this. He has one gateway there. How many is there? He has there on the back. Let me look. Whoa. Okay, double Stargate and now getting 4 more gates. So 5 gateway play with double Stargate. Interesting. And the first Phoenix coming out is going to take a peek, take a look at the main base from EGIdRA, crossing those 2 Overlords. And does he have any kind of defense here? Not much. Only a single Queen there trying to fend off, shoo away that Phoenix, and the Phoenix for now just trying to stay on the edge of the main base, shooting down some Overlords, trying to be annoying and supply block EGIdRA. Not successful on this situation. Meanwhile, on this Natural Expo, getting finally the Roach Warren to reinforce his army, while he's pumping some Hydralisks out of this Hydralisk Den, and on his third base even established a Spore Crawler. This base is a bit more isolated, so he needs some kind of proper defense. Hydralisk coming out, shooting down that Phoenix, but Phoenix resisted and survived, got quite damaged, but still pumping, still alive and kicking, and heading back into the bases from STARTALE Ace. Now, interesting or not, apparently Ace is going for a lot of Phoenixes. Look at the amount, even getting upgrades for the air weapons for his flying units. So I guess he's just gonna try to assemble a really big air army, just a nice squadron of Phoenixes apparently. The Void Ray hasn't been showing up much, and he keeps pumping more and more Phoenixes, so I guess we're gonna see a lot of Phoenix play. Keep in mind that they're just brilliant units, especially now with the production being faster on the last patch. You can just put out a lot of them, but they require quite a lot of micro on the battles, and not every player is able to handle that. Hopefully Ace knows what he's doing, and he's gonna show us some Phoenix skill later on. For now we have this Phoenix just trying to scout everything, arrest the Overlords, make sure he's gonna be able to shoot some of them and get EGIdRA as close as supply blocked as possible. Meanwhile, as you can follow on the picture screen, there's an Overlord scouting all the bases, and that Phoenix got shot down. And meanwhile, incoming the Overlord, taking a peek at everything, all the buildings from STARTALE Ace, and STARTALE Ace getting forced to destroy his forge to even enter the place, to even pick up all his units and move out of his Natural Expo into the middle of the map. A lot of Phoenixes flying around, and there's a lot of buildings getting produced, a lot of macro going on for EGIdRA. I wonder if it's in time. I think we're gonna have a clash here in the middle of the map. Zealot heavy army facing against this Roach and Hydralisk. Brilliant pickup there with all the Phoenixes trying to grab as many of those Hydralisks as possible. Nice force field play, locking all the Roaches, and now the Zealots are having a feast, chopping down everything that moves, and they're gonna kill this Roach army so quickly, with the Phoenixes lifting up all of the Hydralisks, and there's nothing left from EGIdRA's army. Whoa, this is not good. Still fairly similar there, but keep in mind that at army counts the workers as well, and EGIdRA has been playing out of 3 bases. As you can see, he's leading on the econ game, but I mean, at the moment he doesn't have much of a defense, and this spells a lot of trouble for EGIdRA. There's a million Zealots running on his mineral line on the 3rd base, destroying everything that moves, while EGIdRA was establishing an infestation pit, as you guys could see on the production tab, and the Spire. So I guess he was committed to quite a strong macro game, and STARTALE Ace just hit it there, a really nice timed push, getting the weak spot, finding the weak spot on EGIdRA, and at the moment he just has a lot of Zealots destroying everything that moves on his 3rd base, backed up by those Phoenixes and a single Void Ray that are trying to shoot everything that comes from the south side to help defend. And basically EGIdRA was just trying to get as many Zerglings as possible out, but a nice force field play here, containing the movement from the Zerglings, was allowing the Zealots to slice and dice through the whole mineral line, and EGIdrA just forced to GG out of this match. Beautiful move here by STARTALE Ace, I would say. Awesome, powerful push. A lot of good Phoenix play. He had a lot of Phoenixes here on the army count. 13, 1 Void Ray, 16 Zealots. And there wasn't much left of EGIdRA's army after that first encounter here in the middle of the map. He just lost all of his Hydralisks, all of them getting lifted up. So awesome microing there by STARTALE Ace. Okay, so game 1 done. STARTALE Ace is leading. EGIdrA needs to do something about this on the following match. Stay tuned, have fun, see you all later.